Hey, Chris Liepe here with a vocal analysis for Like a Villain, band, Bad Omens, singer, Noah Sebastian. This is a great song, and there's lots of things to talk about, from range, grit, articulations, dynamics. Noah's an amazing singer. Really excited to go through this song with you and point some of these things out. Get ready to try some things with your own voice. This is not a typical reaction video. I have seen this video and I enjoy Bad Omens quite a bit. So if you're wanting some commentary and insights as to how Noah gets the sounds that he gets out of his voice and how to work with your own voice in light of that, keep watching. Or if you just want to watch the video with me and see what I have to think. And if you'd like more help with your own singing and would like to get the foundations down in order to do some of the things that I suggest you do based off of what we observe from Noah, click the link below and join my free voice course. That's the best place to start with me, and there's lots of ways we can work together from there. All right, let's get into this. Let me just say that the production on the stuff coming out of Sumerian Records is just nuts amazing. It sounds sonically just so good.
Look into my face and look again. We are not the same, we're different. To tell you tales and fables, you couldn't wait.
His thin, childlike head voice. Listen to this line again.
We are not the same, we're different. To tell you tales and fables.
This is not that high. We are not the same, we're different. He's a true tenor, and he has mastered the art of being able to cover quite the range with his voice. He can do the very thin, childlike sounds and get gritty and girthy like not many tenors can. But right here, he's singing so softly and so tenderly, we're not the same, we're different, that when he drops down to that note right there,
The same, we're different.
he's in chest voice, but you can't tell because the texture is so close to his head voice. This is a trait of most tenors, but it's also the technique that he's using. Very little airflow. It's almost whispery, even though it's not raspy. More to come.
Tell you tales and fables. You couldn't wait. You need a real clean slate with evidence. A place to put your pain, your consequence. When you look into the
Consequence. That's very difficult to do and hit well. Consequence. It's right for me. It's right on the edge of my head voice, chest voice when I'm singing with this level of dynamics. He's doing it so well.
Are you even there? I don't wanna know your secrets 'cause I'll tell. It's hard enough being alone with myself.
It's hard enough being alone with myself. Notice the belt he's got going on and how he's forming his words in contrast to what he just did.
Are you even there?
Love that breath.
I don't wanna know your secrets 'cause I'll tell. It's hard.
Tell. There's almost this plugged nose thing going on. Tell. I'm gonna sing like this, and I'm gonna make sure that over certain vowels, my nasal cavities blocked off. If I sing the word tell versus tell, I'm squeezing, I'm using a little bit more compression, but I'm dynamically limiting my nasal resonance. That's how he gets that very forward, bright, aggressive sound as he's singing clean. Not that nasality is bad. Nasality can be a tool for aggression in different ways, but just keep that in mind. That's how he's doing that.
Love being alone with myself. I don't know how long I'll be holding on. I know you tried your hardest. I know that you meant well, but you pushed me to the edge.
meant well. Those sighs are key for maintaining this kind of desperate emotion that he's communicating here. I know you tried your hardest. I know that you meant well. But listen on hardest. I know you tried your hardest. I know. And then here. I know you tried your hardest. I know that you meant well. But on hardest and well. I know you tried your hardest and I know that you meant well. He's sighing in and out of those things as he's keeping that nice forward aggression. Without those sighs, it becomes too much. Those sighs help you lay back in the performance a little bit and create that vulnerability that you can't get if you're just on. Loved the transition. Between head voice and chest voice there. So neat to hear those two resonances working together and being separate, because at the beginning, he was really masking which resonance he was using. Oh, I love that he comes right in, so right, a brand new, right in with this mixed voice, high tenor sound, and then listen to what he does. So write a brand new page. He's on that same note. He's going in and out of his head voice. This is really fun to experiment with this kind of thing. Take the same note and practice hitting it in different resonances. So write a brand new page and write again. Or start soft. So write a brand new page. Or start really loud and then come back. So write a brand new page and write again. Write again. Really neat. Limit your range. Choose just one or two notes and go in and out of those resonances in lots of different ways. This is a huge theme in his singing. Notice his posture here. Sables! He's actually kind of low, and there's almost this yawn aspect. As he gets more aggressive in this range in his voice, he lengthens, has a very open throat. He's not squeezing it. A brand new page! Page and write again! This adds to the desperation as well, and the overall character he's portraying. A lot of guys, when they're singing in this range, even if they've got a naturally higher voice, end up kind of quacking or squawking a little bit. I certainly do. But he is able to, a lot like Connor Mason in some ways from Nothing But Thieves, create this dark yet high light sound, even when being more aggressive. With missing legs, I think you've overstayed. You're welcome in, so go the fuck away. Don't come again, I'll see your face in the fire. Oh, notice how, come again, oh. Then he enters this complete abandon, the face in the fire part, off of that note. So it's, oh. And then he just lets it completely go. And there's some effects that happen. But I love the way that he approaches his screams because they seem to start and end. They seem to be bracketed by this childlike innocence around them. So when they happen, when these moments come in these songs, you're just like, ah! It's not overdone at all. They're so welcomed. But let's unpack this a little bit more. What we need to think about is singing it without the scream first. I'll see your face in the fire! Isn't what he's singing, but he does start on that note. And then letting yourself just completely abandon. If you try to control this too much, you're not going to get anywhere. So it's going to be something like this. I'll see your face in the fire! 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 What I'm doing is I'm letting my voice fall apart, but I'm really pushing into it in the context of that note. I'll see your face in the fire! And then, what does he do right after that line? Face in the fire! And burn it out. Back to that really tender. So the arc that he's created with these lines is stunning. And he's doing it like on time, and he's got this amazing pocket going on. This right here, this type of character development and arc is what makes Bad Omens music and Noah Sebastian's vocals so fun to listen to. It's easy in this type of music to be too intense for too long. Not so with this. I know you tried your hardest, I know that you meant it well, but you pushed me to the edge and I slipped and then I fell. I don't know, be holding on. This is another thing to really work on with inspiration from Noah. I don't know how long. Play with the notes. They don't have to be the exact thing, but he's up there going, I don't know. And I don't know. Subtle difference maybe, and hard to pick out in the context of the full mix. But sometimes it is a mixed voice. A don't. Dark, this isn't down. No, it's don't know. And sometimes it's pure head voice when he leans into it with that childlike sound. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Two very different approaches. Two very different emotional responses from the listener. So subtle and so cool. I didn't need it. Listen to the way he sighs out of this, but also listen to the richness of his voice. When he's singing down here, he's got a very resonant, you can tell he's experiencing the resonance in his face just from the way it sounds. It's not being trapped inside any form of tension. And you can hear the relaxation in the way he sighs out of his notes. I also like the way the background vocals, and he's got the higher octave up there along with this. Neat production choice there, all right in the center with some other dancey background vocals that are darkened up even more. So cool. Okay, so she's given away a lot here. It's very similar to what happened before, where he kind of starts in a singy way, even though this one's a lot more masked. Listen to that scream again, and listen for the pitch. I didn't need it! Right? It's not those pitches really, but if we think that way and then we abandon in that vicinity and listen to all the cracky goodness that's going on here also. This isn't real tight, it's desperate sounding. A little sigh at the beginning. I didn't mean it! I didn't need it! There's this looseness and desperation to it that makes it vulnerable, not perfect. And it's so good, so juicy. You can really hear that at the end there. Needed me! So if we really abandon into this, but have those general pitches in mind, notice how it's higher and lower. I didn't need it! Needed me! You put that in context of what the music is doing, and that pitch level engagement that's happening with the screams, whether he's thinking about this directly or not, is so much stronger than an aggressive type of vocalizing that's more packaged, controlled, and noteless. That one was in full chest. Don't know.
I know you tried your hardest, I know that you meant well, but you pushed me to the edge and I slipped and then I fell. I don't know.
I don't know. And in the same song, I don't know. Really, really awesome that he has command over the dynamics of his voice and accessing those different resonances like that. Oh, is that a great song? Great singing. I hope you enjoyed this analysis. I really enjoyed going through this like this and sharing some of the insights from his voice. Thank you for requesting songs like this on the channel in the comments. This video got made because of multiple requests for something from Noah. So keep leaving requests in the comments. And remember, if you'd like more help with your own voice on a more personalized level, the best place to start with me is by joining my free voice course linked below. See you soon.